This is Homeschool 101, a collaboration between ABS Television and the Ministry of Education. Stay attentive and attempt all activities. And now, today's lesson.
Welcome to Homeschooling 101. And today, the subject that we're going to be dealing with is family and resource management. Now, the topic for class today will be work, careers, employment opportunities, and leisure. And my name is Miss Phelexia Martin. Now, our objectives for class today, we're going to start with defining the terms related to work ethics, and leisure. We're going to discuss the importance of work to an individual. We're going to describe the benefits to be derived from cooperative work of family members, discuss the importance of health to work performance, evaluate the employability skills necessary for employment, and finally, we're going to evaluate the importance of career planning. But hey class, we're going to start from the foundation. We're going to start from the beginning. We're going to start with our definitions. Really, what are these things all about? What do these things tell us? In order for us to complete this lesson, you have to know what you're talking about. And so the first thing we're going to be talking about is our definitions, and we're going to be talking about work. Now, work is any activity undertaken in order for you to obtain an income, to earn a salary, to earn a wage. It is what you're going to do to make money. Secondly, we're going to talk about work and work ethics. And work ethics is the attitude of a group or society towards work. We're going to talk about employability skills, which are the soft skills that are necessary to enhance you as an individual to be employed. And finally, we're going to talk about some leisure, rest and relaxation from work. So, we're going to start with the beginning. And the beginning, of course, is going to be what? Work. Now, what is work? And we've said that work is any activity undertaken in order for you to gain a salary, to make money, to gain a wage. So we have established that fact, class. So let's talk about the importance of work to individual. Why are we going to work? Are we going to work to just run around and have fun and sit and talk and pala? No. There are some of the reasons we have here that people go to work. First and foremost, of course, we go to work for the first thing. By the time you're looking for a job, looking to make money, the first thing is money. How much money are we going to work for? We're working for economical reasons. That's the first reason people go to work. You have to meet your basic needs. It is very important for you to meet your basic needs as an individual. And that is one of the reasons, or important reasons, why individuals work. Then we have the psychological reasons. Hey, we go to work so that we can establish our independence, we can have self-expression, and build our self-worth. It is very important as individuals that we work. It makes us feel better. And lastly, but surely not least, we work for social reasons. We work so that we can interact with people, so that we can grow. It helps to build our self-esteem. We gain respect when we work. So those are the reasons, or the importance of work to the individual, class. So we move on. We know the reasons why we work. So now let's talk about the benefits of work to the family. Because remember, this is family and resource management. The benefits of work. There's a spirit of cooperation. When a family works together, you'll find that they have achieved goals in less time. Once you know the saying, plenty hand make work done quick. So, we have our time, and so it achieves goals in way less time. Something that may take 3 hours might only take 1, maybe even half an hour. But it helps now with consolidating bonds of friendship in the family. You know that there are families around that they're actually not friends. Yes, they're family by the name of family, but they're not friends. And that is because they do not interact with each other. However, with working together, they form bonds of friendship. They learn to work together, to do things together. And in doing things together, you tend to find that they develop a friendship. They want to be around each other more now because they have worked together. And last, you end up saving. You're saving money, you're saving time, and you're saving energy. Because everybody's working together, and you end up saving some money. Somebody, you can go on a little vacation together and all of these things. Now, so these are the benefits to be derived from cooperative work of family members. Then, when we talk about work, imagine, if you're not healthy, can you really work? So let's talk about the importance of health to work performance. What is health? Now, health is the state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not just merely the absence of disease or infirmity. So, not because you don't have a chronic disease means that you're healthy. Some persons are mentally sick. Some persons are emotionally sick. Some persons are physically sick. So it has to do with the entire being, not just one aspect of it. So when we talk about health and work, we talk about the benefits of being nice and healthy, man, so that you can do some good work when you go out to work. When you're healthy, you tend that you have a lot of endurance. You can go further, you can do more in the workplace. You're not tired and can't wait for 4:30 to reach. Oh no, you have some physical strength. You get nice and strong and you can move around and not just sit down behind the desk typing all day. You're alert. Your boss gives you something to do. You're not just sitting down waiting, okay, what's next? Oh no, you're alert, you're on the point, you're doing what you have to get done. It reduces stress. If you're healthy mentally, it reduces stress. You're not at work thinking, oh, I have all this to do, and then I still can't even manage because... No, when you're healthy, it reduces the stress. It's your self-esteem. It has a great boost when you're healthy because you move around, you do what you have to do, and you're confident in doing it. And last, it enhances your overall performance for work. And performance equals productivity. And that is the ultimate goal at the end of the day. Now, in the beginning, we spoke about work and work ethics. But what we have recognized in the new syllabus, that they don't push work and work ethics so much. They push a lot about employability skills. And we said that employability skills are the soft skills necessary that you have, that you need to be employed. So, the employability skills, also known as your human relations skills. The first employability skill that we'll be talking about is punctuality. Nobody wants you to come to work late. And we say to you all the time, students, what you practice now in school is what you're going to do in the workplace. And this is why we encourage for you to come to school early. Punctuality is very, very important. That's the first employability skill. Then you must have respect. Not just respect for your boss, but for your co-workers, for the persons cleaning the floor. It doesn't matter for the security guard. You respect everybody, okay? Because it is necessary for a good worker. Then we have teamwork. Nobody wants no I player in this. It cannot just be about you. It has to be about the team, about your employers, about what they want to get done. And in order for that to get done, you have to have a we mentality. We will get this done. We will do this and we will do that in order for you to complete your task. Then we have problem solving. Now, you may ask, problem solving? What does that have to do with an employability skill? If I employ you, I don't want to give you the answers all the time. You should be able to push through. Okay, let me try this. Let me do this. Let me see in order for it to work. So problem solving comes right along with critical thinking. There is no way that you can solve a problem without critically thinking about all your options. And so that is a skill that you need to have in order to be employed. And last, but never the least, communication. You should be able to communicate with everybody in your workplace. And communication comes from different spectrums. You should be able to communicate your work, communicate your feelings, because at work it's not all hunky-dory all the time. You're going to have times when things are up and when things are down. However, at the end of the day, you need to be able to communicate your feelings towards your team, towards the staff, towards your boss, or however, in a respectful manner. Right? So, our employability skills, also known as human relations skills, we have again, punctuality, respect, teamwork, problem solving, critical thinking, and communication. Now, at the end of the day, when we finish all that work, there's something that is very, very, very important. And you tend to find that some persons don't make it a big deal, but it's very important. And it's called leisure. What's leisure again? I'm not hearing you. Okay, let me tell you. Leisure, again, is time taken away from work that you're not doing any work at all. You're not walking with the phone and the laptop and the tablets and don't do like what we teachers do. Walk with a few papers for if we get bored. No, 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 no. That is not what leisure is about. Leisure is about putting away everything and just relaxing. Why is leisure important? Leisure is important for improved quality of life. You can't focus on one thing all the time. You will actually lose focus, because you can lose interest. You have to have different things that you're doing that makes life beautiful. And in order for that to happen, you need to have some leisure. So we have improved quality of life. Then, of course, spending some time away from work lowers stress and depression. Okay? Putting away those books for a little while, locking off your computers, just relaxing, taking a breather, look at the ocean and watch how it rolls. That helps to lower your stress and makes you less depressed. It aids in positivity. It gives you something to look forward to. And so in turn, when you go back to work, you have a brighter view of what is happening, you have a refreshed feeling, and you tend to have a new drive in you towards work. Having leisure time, it increases your self-confidence. Okay, I can do this, I can do that, and it makes you feel better. And last, it builds family unity. When you have leisure time, you have time to spend with family and friends, and you tend to, give yourself a time to just bond. And so it builds unity within the family. So these are the importance of leisure to the individual. It is the time that you spend away from work, that you do an activity that has nothing work-related. Now, the types of leisure activity you may ask. Now, these are just some examples. It's a whole long. You can find many, many more to do, but I just chose a few. And going to the beach. Just the other day, we have our COVID lockdown, and we were craving just a dip. Just a dip, just to break the monotony of our day. And so going to the beach, it's a leisure activity, it's a time for us to relax. Then we have bike riding. Persons will get on their bikes and they ride all around Antigua, and that's a leisure activity. You forget a lot of things, and it's a time you think about all the other things you never thought of before. Then you have dancing. I know with times right now we don't have no dancing going on unless you're dancing at home. However, that can work too. you do your dancing, you let go. You just let go and enjoy the music and let the music take you over. Finally, on the list, we have festivals. Now, I know you're frowning right now. Yes, yes. However, we're talking about our local festivals such as Carnival, Sailing Week, and Independence. And these are leisure time. A lot of us, our year is surrounded around Carnival. From the beginning of Carnival to the end, and then we start counting down to Carnival again. And that is our time to just let go, right? So there are different leisure activities that the family and the individual can be included in, and that is involved in that will make them more relaxed, actually happier, and actually rejuvenate that individual to work again. Now, in order for us to actually work as students, you must first think about, what do I really want to do? 5 years secondary school. What am I going to do with my life? How can I work with all of this? How is it going to work? I see people are being doctors and lawyers and teachers and mathematicians. How do they do that? How did they get to that point? Well, first we need to know what you want to do, and that has to do with your career. Career? What's that? A career is a profession for which one trains and is undertaken as a permanent calling. That is what you want to do. Your career is not just a job. It is something that you want to do for the rest of your life. Now, there's some factors which influence individuals or you as students when you're choosing your career path. Okay, first thing, your personal values. What do you hold dear to yourself? What do you want to be? And that has to do with your personal value. It's always about what you hold dear, and that's what value is about, what you hold dear as an individual. Then, of course, you have to set goals. Because even if you have something that you hold dear and you never set a goal, guess what? It's never going to happen. It will never happen. So you have to set goals. Whether your goals are short-term or long-term, you must set goals. And you must set realistic goals as well. It is not just set, oh, I want to be a movie star, but you can't act. How does that really work? So, and that goes back to your values. Then we go to your interests. There are certain things that you're going to be interested in. Now, you'll find that little children coming up, most of them will want to tell you they're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, because that is what they see. And that's who they're going to emulate. But as you get older, you find that you actually take time, and in taking this time, you realize you're growing into a different individual, and you're finding yourself, and in finding yourself, you find your own interests. It's no longer the interests of your friends, of your parents, of your family. It's your interest, your personal interest. And you'll be surprised. Look at me, I'm a teacher for today. And I love being a teacher. And I love you as students. So my interests brought me here. Last, we talk about your abilities. Now, this is a ticklish one. The thing about it is that a lot of people would think that, okay, you can learn everything, but there's some things that comes naturally. Like, honestly, it does. Now, you'll find that some persons are very, very intellectual. They sit in a room and somebody's speaking to them and they learn everything off the bat. Then you have another individual that has to read a book. Then you have that other child that has to hear and see what's going on. I'm that child. So if you're that child, don't feel bad. I must see what's going on. The teacher can talk all day. I have to see what's happening and then, okay, I understand. So with your abilities can be learned, but you have to also consider your abilities. What are you able to do in terms of choosing your career, right? So the factors which influence your career choice would be your personal values, goals, interests, and abilities. Now, a career plan is a practical strategy that allows you to determine your skills and interests. Now, in order to determine your career, what we suggest as home economists is that you set a plan. You set a plan. Now, your plan can change, so don't think that it's written in stone, but it's a plan. Remember what I said to you. You need to set goals and achieve them. And in order for you to set goals, you have to plan. So, a career plan is a practical strategy that allows you to determine your skills and interests, set career goals, and put actions in place that will help you to reach them. It is a continuous process, and it includes an overview of your current skills and experience, your career goals, and your interests. Now, in determining your career plan, you have to know what you want, or what you think you want at this point. Now, some persons will say to you that you may be too young to know what you want. So I'm going to give you a few steps to making your career plan. First, you need to identify your career options. What are your options? What are you going to do? What do you want to do as an individual? What are your options, right? You're going to develop a refined list of career options by examining your interests, skills, and values through self-assessment. This has to do with you. You sit, you think about it, you write it down on paper, and you assess yourself, what can I really do? You need to narrow your career options by reviewing career information, researching companies, and talking to professionals in the field. You can further narrow your list when you take part in experiences such as shadowing, volunteering, and internship. You want to be a doctor? Go and volunteer. See what it's all about. Because some of us want to do something, but we don't really know what it's about. Go and see what it's about. Next thing, you can't stand blood, but you want to be a doctor. Or you're squeamish when you think about a needle going in somebody's hand. So, shadowing, helping, looking, realizing, it helps you to now choose or identify your career options, and then you can narrow them down to find out what you actually want. You need to make comparisons. Of course, you may end up with more than one. You might compare your most promising career options against the list of prioritized skills, interests, and values. Okay, I can do hair, so maybe I want to be a hairdresser, but I'm very good at speaking, and I have very good communication skills. I interact well with others. I can put out information well. And my interaction skills are on point. Am I really going to be a hairdresser? No. I have friends who have a career, and then they have something that they refer to as their hobby. So you'll find that you're going to like to do something, but you can't really make a career out of it. Or vice versa. I have a friend, and she's a teacher, and she does hair on the weekend because she loves doing hair. But she does not see herself doing hair every day. She doesn't want to be a hairdresser. So you have to choose what you want. You have to compare your options and choose what you want. But that does not mean that you have to neglect something that you love. You can always do it on the side. Then you have to be smart. Set smart goals. And that's what we have here, S-M-A-R-T. S, you need to be specific. You have to be specific in setting your goals. You need to identify your goals clearly and specifically. It has to be measurable. Don't just say, okay, I'm going to do this. It has to be measurable. It has to include clear criteria to determine your progress and accomplishments. It can't just be, okay, I'm going to do this. And then what about it? Is it clear? Do you actually know what you're doing? Your goals must be attainable. The goal should have a 50% or greater chance of success. Now, you determine that you want to be something or you want to do something and that's what you're going to choose to do. You now as an individual must ask yourself, how possible is it going to be for me to get this done? I remember growing up, my brother wanted to be an astronaut, but he didn't like science. And I would ask myself, wouldn't astronauts have to know something about science and math and, the science, physics and so, obviously, that wasn't attainable because you have to love something within that field to get to that goal. To achieve that goal, you have to love something in it. And so, your goal should have at least a 50% chance or greater that you know that, okay, I can become this. And nothing can stop me from doing that. Yes, you might have to go around the road 4 times. You might have to choose to work and make some money and to pay for that tuition, etc. And that is okay. That is quite fine. I mean, Rome was not built in a day. You can take your time and you get to your goal. Once you achieve your goal, and that is where you set your benchmarks, right? You set your benchmarks, and in setting benchmarks, okay, I'm finished with school and I want to be a doctor. But mommy don't really have that money, So mommy can only offer at this point to pay some tuition for me to go to state college. Hey, go to state college. Go to state college, do some sciences. At the end, okay, mommy say you need to find work to do to help. No problem. You start to work. In starting to work, now you start to think about your other options. Can I apply for a scholarship? Can I work and pay? Can I do some of it online? Can I save some of this money to achieve this goal? All of it must be attainable. Then they must be relevant, okay? The goal is important and it has to be relevant to you. Not relevant to your mommy, not relevant to your best friend, no. It must be relevant to you. A lot of us, or a lot of people become or choose career paths because of our parents. Our parents want us to be this. And so it doesn't matter what's happening, that's what they want. But it has to be relevant for you. If it's not relevant for you, what is going to happen is that it's going to be lacking. You're not going to do your best at it because it's not your passion. So it must be relevant, not just to what's happening around you, but relevant to you. And finally, T for time. Time bound. You must set time frames in achieving your goal. If you do not do that, you're going to say to yourself, okay, next year I'm going to do this. Okay, next year I'm going to do that. Okay, next year I'm going to do this. No. That's not going to work at all. You have to set achievable goals and say to myself, okay, within the next 2 years, I'm going to save $50,000, and that is going to be my down payment to starting university. So in achieving that goal, you're setting your time frame. You tell yourself, okay, I'm not going to party as much. I'm not going to go and buy a car. Okay, I'm going to live with my parents a little longer because living at home, I contribute to the home, but I don't have to pay rent. I don't have to supply everything for myself. In turn, that will help you to make some money so that you can meet your time frame. And in turn, you can achieve your goals in meeting your career paths. Now, what I have here for you, students, is a career plan. Now, it's not a detailed career plan but it's just something that you can have an idea of what is going on. Now, the goal could be to become a pediatric doctor, okay? That's your goal. That's your ultimate goal, to be a pediatric doctor. Now, what are my personal attributes? What do I have? Who am I? What do I have to help me to be that pediatric doctor? What are my employability skills? Who am I? First, I'm analytical. You're self-motivated. This individual is organized and they're ambitious. And with these attributes, these are what they have and this is how they're going to set themselves to completing that goal. Then we have our short-term goals. which would give a time for about 3 months to a year, short term. So I'm still going to school. So my goal is to pass all CXC subjects. Okay, that is my goal. Not just to pass, but my second goal is to attain distinctions in my sciences and math. That is to help me now to become a doctor. That is my foundation in terms of getting to my third goal, which is a short-term goal, would be to attend the Antigua State College and to become the Island Scholar. Those are the goals that I've set in short term. So that, okay, each is built on the other. Passing my CFC subjects, attaining my distinctions in sciences and math. Now, those passes and distinctions that I would have gotten would help me now to get to the Antigua State College in the science department. And then I'm going to work extremely hard because I want to now get that scholarship to become Island Scholar. And that is a goal. And that is a short-term goal, right? Then we have our long-term goals. And the long-term goals can range from about 3 to 10 years. Don't tell yourself your long-term goal is 20 years. You're going to get lost in between there somehow. So at the end of achieving those goals, then you'll set more goals. But using 20 years, you're going to get lost. You might even forget a goal or two. So within all 3 to 10 years, I want to gain a Bachelor of Science in Medicine, and then I want to go to medical school and specialize in pediatric medicine. Now, those are goals. It's a plan. They're achievable, they're attainable, they're relevant to the individual, and I've given them a time frame. With having them that way, I know exactly what I want to do and how I am going to achieve it. It is as simple as that. Now, we're going to get to the fun part. Now, we know that CXC is going to be multiple choice. And we are aware that you were looking forward to that long paper so you could explain yourself. But remember, students, with multiple choice, you have to pick the best choice. And with family and resource management, you may find that a lot of the questions, they seem like everything is right. But you need to take your time, you need to eliminate what's the craziness, and then choose the best possible answer. It is very important. Now, our first question in our line of multiple choice questions, we talk about career planning is important in order to A, identify the requirements for a given profession, B, assist the family members in achieving their goals, C, determine the salaries offered to the specific jobs, or D, satisfy an individual needs and wants. Now, what do you think that answer is? Ting, 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 come on. Come on, think about it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have you thought about it? Did you choose the right answer? Let's see. Ding, 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 ding. The answer is A. It is to identify the requirements for your given profession. Okay? So that's our first question. Did you get that correct? I hope you did. Our second question, which of the following attributes is most useful in preparing for the world of work? Our options, we have thrift, loyalty, tolerance, and discipline. Now, attribute is most useful, right? Back. That is most useful in preparing for the world of work. Think about it. Is it thrift? Is it loyalty? Is it tolerance? Is it discipline? Come on, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see if we got the same answer. Discipline. Discipline would be the most in that option. Yes, you need to be loyal, but you need to have discipline in order for you to get there. Next question. Look at that man. How it look to you? He looked nice and relaxed to me. However, look at this. From the picture above, would you assume that the employee is A, that the employee is tired and need a break, that the employee is bored, it's the employee's break time, or the employee has poor work ethics? Now, if you would have read your books like your teachers told you to do and revise your work, you should know this answer, because this one is a giveaway to me. But don't become too overconfident in this multiple choice exam, because that could be a downfall. Make sure you go over that test more than once. You might miss something that is right in front of you. So come on, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You ready? The employee has poor work ethics. Even if you're tired on the job, students, around your desk is not the place for you to put down your head and go to sleep. It's definitely not the place for that to happen. You have to ensure that if you're tired and it's your break time, maybe even to go into your vehicle to get a 5, but definitely not at your desk. Next question. You're applying for a job. You're asked to state your employability skills. What would you most likely place? Are you going to place the CXC subjects that you gained? Are you going to tell them how much you love reading? Are you going to talk about the attributes of critical thinking, respect, and honesty? Are you going to tell them about your newly acquired degree? What are you going to tell them? They ask you to state your employability skills. Now, with answering these type of questions, what you're going to think about? You have to first know what is employability skills. And in determining what is employability skills, that is what is going to help you to answer a question such as this. So let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's the answer? The attributes of critical thinking, respect, and honesty. And that is your employability skills class. It doesn't matter if you got a new degree. They don't care. You must read what the question asks. Ensure you read the question. Don't just look at the answers and think, I know the answer. Take your time. Go over your questions, because you can miss something that is right there.
You're watching Homeschool 101.
Next question. All of the following are important of work to an individual except leisure, economical, psychological, social. Now, we covered this earlier, so this should have been an easy one for you to answer. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leisure. Leisure is the one that does not fit at all in the importance of work. Yes, leisure is important in our lives, but it is not important when we're talking about importance of work to the individual. So this is where we tell you have to study a little more, because right now you need to know. It is not, okay, I can bluff my way, go around the road, come back up and write some nice words and think that it's it. No, you're shading something, so it better be right or wrong. Our next question. What dress code fits in this description? Attire worn in a corporate environment, usually for business men, women in an office setting. Now, some of the questions you're going to get from CXC, it's not going to be something that came out of your book. It's going to be something that they expect you to know, general knowledge. They're going to expect that since you read the book, your teachers would have taught you. There's certain things that should come naturally, and they expect you to know. And you're going to say, but no, that's not going to help at the end of the day. So, a question such as this may come. Now this, you've spoken about work. Your teachers would have told you about attire for work, not necessarily in detail, but they will talk about work, what is professional, what is not. So, a question such as this, our options are casual, business formal, formal, or smart attire. Think about it. Think about the question. What dress code fits in this description? Attire worn in a corporate environment, usually for businessmen, women in an office setting. Are you thinking about it? I am. Come on, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get that answer. Business professional. It is important that in the workplace that we dress business professional. I mean, I know that a lot of us want to be classy and flashy and all of this, but when it has its place, and in some workplace, it's not appropriate for you to be dressing like that. So you have to think business professional. What is going to work in the workplace? Now, you are expected to display professional behavior at work in areas of A, technology usage, B, social etiquette, C, attire, D, all of the above. Now, with these questions, they come very tricky. Sometimes they will have all of the above, none of the above. I mean, and sometimes it's all of the above, you know, and sometimes it's none of the above. And sometimes it's just one of the questions in there. And that is why you need to read over, internalize what the question is actually asking you for. So, what's going to be your option here? You're expected to display professional behavior at work in areas of, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ding, 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 all of the above. It's the workplace. Let's look at that question again. We have to have professional behavior in using technology. How do you think about that? You know what that means? You're not going to the people workplace to go on Facebook. You're not going to check your personal email at work. It is not professional. It is not the time and place for you to be watching a video with people doing these things. It's not a place for you to be shopping. Oh, come carry swap at Amazon. No, no, no. It's not a place for you to be shopping. It's the workplace. You have to have social etiquette. It's not for you to sit down at the desk like, ka, ka, ka. No, 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 no. You need to have professional behavior. You can laugh. Nobody said that you can't laugh. But there's a time and place for everything. That callous behavior can happen after you come out of the people's workplace. And the way you dress, of course, is very important in your professional behavior at work. It is important for you to dress properly because the way you look tells a lot about you, right? We have learned that over the years. And our final question, this beautiful lady, which of the following is considered to be the most appropriate attire for work? Now, she's quite fashionable, isn't she? I think she is. I mean, I like all of her outfits, you know. But the question here is not what you like or your preference. It's not about what you like, not your preference. I mean, if we had a preference, the things we would probably wear to work. However, which of the following is considered to be the most appropriate attire for work? Which one? Is it going to be the lady in A with that nice long pencil skirt below her knee, with that loose top that has that nice deep V? Is it going to be her? Is it going to be that young lady who's wearing those pixie pants and those shoes that are really cute, but not and that jacket? Doesn't she look nice and sporty? And I like her outfit, but the question is not about my liking, it's about what's most appropriate. Or is it going to be this lady who has on a loose, nice jacket with her professional length skirt, with her shirt tucked in? Which one of these ladies look like she's most appropriate for work? Which one? Are you thinking about it? No, I don't want you to think about what you like. I know you, my students, you're going to think about what you like. It's not about what you like. It's about what is most appropriate for work. Remember, there's a time and place for everything. So, which one of these outfits are we going to choose that would be most appropriate attire for the workplace, for your interview? It's the first time these people are seeing you. They have never seen you before. How do you want to present yourself? Have you thought about it? Let's go. I'm not forgetting my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are you ready? Yes. Ding, ding, ding. That's the young lady that is presenting herself for an interview. This, she wants to show the people that I can be professional. I am ready to work. Okay? Remember, she's not wearing a brightly colored top and some brightly colored shoes. No, no, no. Remember that colors say something about us. And so you want people to see honesty, trust, professionalism when they see your outfit. And that is very important. Now, I'm thanking you for listening to me talk to you to teach you about our topic today. And remember, as Benjamin Franklin said, tell me and I forget, teach me and I may remember, involve me and I learn. Benjamin Franklin, thank you for watching.
You've been watching Homeschool 101, a partnership between ABS Television and the Ministry of Education. Thank you for viewing this lesson. Join us again next time.